Yo, what's up, ladies and gents? Your boy KennyJStylinz coming at you with another deck profile. This time we're talking about Supernatural. Yeah, that's right, the Hunters. Sam and Dean coming at you with a deck profile. So, alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Cue the intro, please. Alright, now we're going to start this deck profile off with, I know that was a little extra, guys, sorry. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to start out off with 2 Dean Winchesters. Yeah, 2. You don't need 3. Well, maybe you need 3. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, let's go with the effect here. He's an Earth Monster, 4-star, Warrior. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Target 1 zombie type, fiend type, or divine type monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points to special summon this card from your banish zone. Excuse me. So, effect is really good. You know, you have them in your graveyard, and you can straight up just banish him to special summon any zombie type, fiend type, or divine type monster in your graveyard. The next turn, you could bring him out from your banish zone. Really good, really good. All right, next up we have 2 of his brother, Sam Winchester. Also Earth Monster, 4-star. Effect, during your main phase, you can send 1 monster from your deck to your graveyard. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points to special summon this card from your graveyard. So, see how Sam and Dean kind of work with each other, you know? You can send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard. So Sam's effect will do that. Then Dean's effect is, you know, banish him, special summon the monster from the graveyard. And once per turn, you can also pay 1,000 with Sam to special summon him from the graveyard and repeat the process. Wash, rinse, repeat. Send a monster at the graveyard. Dean, banish him, special summon the monster from the graveyard. Then you could bring Dean back. You know, Sam, he comes back. Yeah, that's how they do, man. It's the Winchesters. All right, next up we have 2 of Bobby Singer. Bobby was a G, boy. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Banish 2 monsters from your graveyard to draw 1 card, then reveal it. Or you can target one of your banished monsters, add that target to your hand. So, once again, working with the banish zone. You know what I'm saying? Get them out of purgatory. You know, you could banish Sam and Dean, draw a card, and reveal it. The next turn, you know, you could bring Dean back. You know, I mean, the cycle just continues, man. All right. So next up on the monster list, we have 2 of Jody Mills. Alright, now with Jody, she's a level 2 tuner. You can banish up to 2 monsters in your graveyard. This card gains 1 level for each card banished by this effect. When this card is banished from the graveyard, draw 1 card. So, yeah, that effect is also really good. Plus, you know, you could banish in order to increase her level. So you banish Dean, hey, why not? You know, why not? So she has a potential to be a level 4 tuner. I mean, I would. All right, next up we got 2 Arthur Ketch. Look at him, men of letters, man. They don't play. He has a nice attack, 1700. Okay, effect. Once per turn, you can send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Draw 1 card. If the card drawn by this effect is a spell or trap card, special summon 1 level 4 lower monster, well, hunter monster from your deck. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry, that effect is good. You can send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay, then you draw a card. This card drawn by this effect is spell or trap card. Wow. Level 4 hunter monster from your deck. Oh, wow, that's good. Wow, so you just do his effect. Say once again you have Jody or Dean or whoever, send them to the graveyard, draw a card, you get a spell or trap card, and you can special summon a hunter. Yeah, that's nuts. That's really good. Really good. Okay, anyway, so next up, the next set, we have Ellen and Joe, 2 of, and they're also tuners, level 3. You can return 1 face-up monster you control to the hand. Special summon this card from your hand, but banish this card once it leaves the field. If the return card was a hunter monster, you can add 1 trap card from your deck to your hand. So once again, really, really good. That is stupid. So say you got Arthur out there, catch, you do his effect, you special summon a hunter monster from your deck, then you could literally put him in his hand, special summon Ellen and Joe, you know what I mean? And then, wow. Then you could add a trap from your deck to your hand. So not only with Arthur and Catch, you have a possibility of getting spell or trap card to your hand with an additional monster in the field. You could bounce him or the other monster you got, bring her out, and then, yeah, get a trap card from your deck. That is nuts. Yeah, these hunters, man, they do work together. All right, next off, we got 2, the Prophet of God, Kevin Tran, light monster, spellcaster, 1-star tuner. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Change all non-hunter attack position monsters that were special summoned to defense position. So if he's out there, that effect's pretty good. You know, you just got to make sure you're able to protect them. If they normal something, I'm pretty sure they could run over Tran, 1000 defense, 0 attack. But yeah, really good, really good. Next up, we have 1 Archangel Gabriel. Look at that. 8-star light divine winged beast effect. This card cannot be normal summoned or set except by tributing 3 monsters. Your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards until the end of their second turn after this card is normal summoned. The attack and defense of this card are 100 points higher than the highest face-up monster attack on the field except Archangel Gabriel. Wow, that's really good. That's kind of like the name of that card, but that big black ball thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm sorry. All right, now we got 2 Castiels. Castiel, look at him. Also divine winged beast, 7-star effect. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. Quick effect. You can banish 1 hunter monster in the field or in your graveyard. Target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use this effect a hunter Castiel once per turn. So the fact that he could do that once per turn is really ridiculous. You know, decent stats, 2500 attack, 14 defense. You know, not bad. And you could banish a hunter from your field or graveyard once per turn to pop one of their monsters. Yeah. Boy, I'll summon Castiel in a heartbeat. And last but not least, the brokest card of the deck, probably one of the brokest cards I ever made. Chuck, aka God. Look at the stars, look at the stats. Question mark, question mark. You just don't know. You don't know. Okay, if this card is in your starting hand, you can shuffle it back into your deck to draw 1 card, which is also good. It's a trade-off. This card's effects cannot be negated. When you draw this card, special summon it. Destroy all cards in your hand and field. This card's effect is whatever you want it to be. Shuffle this card back into your deck at the end of your turn. So literally, what it said, this card's effect is whatever you want it to be. This guy is broke. Can you imagine just making the rules of the game? You could win in that turn. You could play with your opponent. You could prolong your turn. You could be like, hey, you got 1 life point. Unless you dig in your nose, you die. You know, just something stupid. This card is nuts. That's what's make this game fun. All right, next up, we're going with the spells, guys. First, we got 1 terraforming, just with a different picture. Castiel, Sam, and Dean, chilling. Add 1 field spell from your deck to your hand. You guys know what terraforming is. Not gonna spend too much time on that. We got 2 field cards. Straight up hell. Look at that. Dean is suffering right now. Okay, all monsters on the field and in the graveyard become either friend, can't read, guys, fiend or zombie type monsters. Player's choice. Neither player contributes summon monsters except fiend or zombie type monsters. Your opponent cannot conduct their battle phase if you control 1 or more fiend type or zombie type monsters. During your standby phase, pay 1000 life points. If not, destroy this card. This effect is optional. So you could get rid of it whenever you want. But basically this card is slowing your opponent down like nothing. And for one, it turns all their monsters into fiend or zombie types. I mean, that hurts a lot. and they can't conduct their battle phase as long as you have a fiend or zombie type out, which you will, you know, so hell, pretty good. Next up, we have 2, summoning a Crossroads Demon. Send 1 hunter monster you control to the graveyard. Special summon 1 level 4 lower hunter monster from your graveyard. So basically, it's just a trade-off. You know, you can send 1 hunter monster you control to the graveyard, special summon another. Nothing too broken or miraculous, but still, it could help you in a pinch. Look at that. If I seen her in a dark alley, if I seen her outside, if I seen her on a playground, I would not approach this chick at all. Alright, then we got a couple of equip cards. First we got 2 Angel Blades. Then also we got 2 Demon Blades. Now let's go with the Angel Blade first. If you guys from the watch the show, y'all know these blades ain't no joke. We'll start off with Angel Blade equip card. The equipped monster gains 1000 attack. If the monster equipped with this card destroys a monster who is owed a battle, banish the monster instead. So you're sending it off to the nether realm, boy. I mean, you're stabbing that monster and then banishing it. It's gone. You don't have to worry about it again, unless it's in this deck or other decks that would banish stuff. But anyway, 2 Angel Blades, 2 Demon Blades. Look at that. Also equip card. Target 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field and decrease its attack by 1000. Angel Blade increases your attack. Demon decreases their monster's attack. If the monster equipped with this card destroys a monster who's owed a battle, banish the monster instead. Wow. Wow. So that's also banishing your opponent's monsters. So you equip this to your monster, then you decrease one of their monster's attacks. You don't equip it to their monster. So anyway, we have 2 of the 𝐃𝐒. Also an equip card, and with the 𝐃𝐒, once per turn, you can target 1 monster in the field. Destroy the targeted monster by this effect. After using this card's effect 2 times, send this card to the graveyard. You can banish this card from the graveyard, gain 1300 life points. Do you guys know why you gain 1300 life points? If you watch the show, you know why. Take a look at yes. No, you don't? Okay, I ain't gonna tell you then. Fine, forget it. You supernatural people know what I'm talking about. Alright, a new way of ghost busting. Dope. This is probably my favorite card just because of the picture. I love it. It's a quick play. If your opponent controls a zombie type or fiend type monster, target one of those monsters and send the targeted monster to your opponent's hand. That monster can no longer be summoned from your opponent's hand, so it's just sitting there. Ain't that nuts? A worthless card in their hand. This card is good. It gets rid of problem monsters. Alright, so next up we have a few one-ofs. We have Summoning Spell, and we also have Fake Badges. Love that pick. Okay, so it's Summoning Spell. Target up to 3 banished monsters. Return 2 of those monsters to the graveyard and special summon the other. If the 2 monsters were selected, return 1 to the graveyard and special summon the other. Oh, sorry, I already read that. If 1 monster was selected, you can choose either to send the selected monster to the graveyard or special summon it. Let me read this again. Target 3 banished monsters, return 2 of these monsters to the graveyard, special summon the other. If 2 monsters were selected, turn 1 to the graveyard. Oh, okay. If 2 monsters were selected, return 1 to the graveyard. Okay, special summon the other. If 1 monster was selected, you can choose either to send a selected monster to the graveyard or special summon. Okay, so basically it's a choice. It's a choice, yeah. I was confusing myself reading this card for a second. Okay, and then with Fake Badges, your opponent declares a monster level. Excavate cards from the top of your deck until you excavate a monster that can be normal, summon, or set. If that set monster is the same level as the one declared by your opponent, send all excavated cards to the graveyard. If not, special summon the excavated monster. Also shuffle all other excavated cards back into your deck. So this is kind of like that one card. I'm not even going to pretend that I remember the name of it, but yeah. Alright, and last but not least, for the spell cards, we have 1 Mark of Kane. Look at Dean. Mark of Kane, pay 4,000 life points. Destroy 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. When its effect resolves, you can conduct 2 normal summon or set this turn. So you're paying 4,000 to pop one of their cards and do 2 normal summons or sets for the turn. I would pay 4,000 in a heartbeat for that effect. That is sick. Alright, now we're going into the traps, guys, and the first two we got, bam, bam. See, I haven't heard me say that the whole video. I'm trying to hold it back. But 2 counter traps to break a deal with a crossroad demon. Ain't she fine? When a monster or monsters will be summoned, or a spell or trap card is activated, pay half your life points, negate the summon or activation if you do destroy that card. So basically it's a solemn card. You know, pay your half your life points, yeah. Alright, next up we have one Face of Evil. Look at that, look at Lucifer. That is sick. Target one monster on the field, equip one Angel Blade or Demon Blade equipped spell card from your deck to your targeted monster on the field. For the rest of the turn, the equipped monster cannot be destroyed as a result of battle. So this card's pretty good. You know, so they're swinging. Say your monster, you know, weaker than their monster, activate Faces of Evil. You get the Angel Blade, equip it to your hunter. Your hunter goes up 1,000, and even if it's weaker, you know, it still won't get destroyed by battle. So, and if it's stronger, yeah, it'll destroy your opponent by battle. So, good card. All right, next up we have 2 Circle of Salt. Target one monster your opponent controls. That monster cannot attack or be tributed. So, yeah, since it's going to turn all of them to fiend, zombie, whatever the case, just like the show, man. You just trap the evil spirit in a Circle of Salt. They won't be able to move. Like that, like that. See how I try to keep it original to the original material, guys? Last but not least, Devil Trap. And with this trap card, activate this card by targeting one fiend type monster or zombie type monster your opponent controls. The targeted monster cannot attack or change battle position. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. So, once again, Sam and Dean love trapping these creatures, so there you go. Trap your opponent's monsters. Alright, that's it for the original deck. Now we're going to go into the extra deck, and we're going to start it off with not one, bam, bam, but 2 jacks. Divine Warrior, level 5. Effect: if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, this card gains 1,000 attack instead. You can activate this effect 3 times total. During the end phase of the final turn, banish this card, gain 4,000 life points. So ain't that sick? So if it's getting destroyed by battle or card effect, it gains 1,000 attack instead. And you could do it 3 times. So he's going up to 4,000. You know what I mean? And during the end phase of the final turn, you know, that he's about to get destroyed, you can just banish him to gain the 4,000 of your life points. So every time they try to destroy this guy, he's going up. That's pretty good. That is sick. He's a card that'll stay out there for a while. Next up, we have 2 Azazel, the Yellow-Eyed Demon. Look at that pick. That is sick. Okay, you can banish one hunter card in your hand. This card can attack twice for the turn. During the end phase, you can banish one card from your hand, add one banished card to your hand. You can only activate the effect of Azazel, the Yellow-Eyed Demon, once per turn. So Azazel's really good, because you know with this deck, you're all about banishing. So once again, you got a Dean in your hand, banish it, get something else from your banish zone, put it in your hand, you know, and you could keep reusing cards or using cards. Really good. Alright, next up we have 2 Rowena, Dark Monster, level 7. Spellcaster, of course she is, with the Dark Magician stats. 2,500 attack, 21 defense. Effect: this monster can be synchro summoned by using more than one tuner monster. See? This monster gains 100 attack for every banished card. When this card is special summoned, destroy as many spell and track cards your opponent controls as possible. And she's Rowena, man. You know? Who does spells better than her? She comes out, she's destroying back row. Really good. And next up, Crowley. Bam, bam, the king of hell. Look at him. 8-star fiend, 2,900 attack, 13 defense. Effect: when this card is special summon 2 demon tokens. Fiend type, dark, level 2. Attack 1,000, defense 700 in attack position. Once per turn, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card in both players' hands. Well, I'm sorry, in both players' banish zones. You cannot conduct a battle phase or turn you activate this effect. So Crowley's really good. You know what? I didn't make any tokens for that. I gotta make some demon tokens. I make tokens for a lot of things. I forgot to do it for Crowley. Sick picture. Wow. That is just sick. Last but not least, one Exceed Summon monster in here, which is Lucifer Morningstar. Look at the levels on this guy, or should I say the rank. Look at that. How do you make this? 4,400 attack, 31 defense. 5 monsters of any level to make. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card. Banish as many special summon monsters your opponent controls as possible. You can then attach one of those banished monsters to this card as an XYZ material. This face-up card in the field will be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can detach one material from this card instead. So, y'all can't tell me he ain't broke. You guys cannot tell me this card is not broke. Anyway, that's it with the deck profile. Well, I'll tell you one thing though, he ain't more broke than this card. Not at all. But yeah, like I said, that's it with the deck profile, guys. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you dig this deck or not. You know, and if you got any ideas, hit me up. Let me know. I'm waiting to hear them. Once again, this is your boy KennyJStylinz signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.